So let's get to know more about each one of you as you support us in the challenge. So starting off with Sonia ma'am, can we have something about you?
Hi, Shika. Thank you so much for having me here. And I'm Sonia Kulkarni. I'm a PR evangelist. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a single mother to two lovely boys. And I'm moreover a fitness enthusiast, a Pinkathon ambassador. And running for me is my passion. I started running almost about a decade ago, and it has really helped me transform in many ways. I also use fitness as a way of empowering women. Because I feel if a woman in the family is fit, her family is fit, the society is fit. So it's very important for a woman to dedicate those 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day towards fitness, towards being active, towards doing whatever she enjoys, because that has a lot of benefits emotionally, physically, mentally. And I'm so glad I'm part of this 101 days JBG Endura challenge because what I'm learning through these last 8 9 days is about 5 Ds as I call it: determination, dedication, daring, desire, and discipline. So fitness is all about being consistent. If you're regular, if you are focused on your goals, however small or big they are, we're all into running or fitness for different objectives, right? So, most importantly, I feel that we should stay active and fit throughout our lives so that we can enjoy the benefits of it. And I'm so glad a lot of people have joined the challenge and they're very, very enthusiastically posing. I have a lot of friends, a lot of people from my fitness and running community who has participated. And I can see just within a week, I can see the difference in them, in their energy, in their motivation, in their confidence, and we're all raring to go.
That was great, Sonia. So very inspiring coming from Bombay. So moving forward to Garrick Basu, the coach of Run and Fun, Havra, and also a very renowned face in the running community. So we would like you to share something about you, sir.
Good evening, Isita. Thank you for having me on board. I'm Gairik Basu. I'm a police officer by profession and by passion. Since my young age, I am a sportsman. I was initially a footballer, transformed into a long distance runner. I also do long distance cycling, long distance swimming also. Basically, endurance sports are my passion. I am coach of a running group. I have had around 80, 90 students. Most of them are very young in Howrah. And I have inspired them to join this challenge because the concept of this challenge is very new to me. I'm very happy to join this challenge because psychologically we have to consistently do something every day.
Right.
This is the theme of this challenge, which I loved really. So this is my biodata in short.
All right, sir. Thank you. So Vikram, sir, coming to you. How is your challenge going on for you?
So hi, this is Vikram from Darjeeling, and we have this running group, and also we run some foundation where we help runners and all. So I've been doing this 100 days challenge from another group, so it's really tough, and I'm really happy that JVG Endura has actually started 101 day. When it comes to 101 day, even the one day is really difficult. We are at it, and I'm personally keeping a mileage of around 10 kilometers day. I plan to cover 1,000 kilometers like every year. So, and it's a very motivating. And the app, that 101 app is, it keeps us motivated when you see your friends have just beat you with with a 1 kilometer mark, and tomorrow I'm going to beat him, and so there is a lot of competitiveness also. I think that's good, and fitness and competitiveness must go together, and we are keep pushing ourselves. I think I've seen a lot of runners who don't run every day, but just because of this competition, they are pushing themselves. I think what we are telling our runners here is that it's good to have fun, and it's not important to win, or not important to score as many kilometers, but you can keep, I think, a minimum distance. So here I'm keeping a 10-kilometer minimum distance, which is my own personal goal. I have a friend who's doing 15 kilometers a day, and there is also another friend who's keeping 25 kilometers a day. So I'm just wishing and hoping that everybody completes the 101-day challenge with not injuring themselves, because as runners, we get injured after doing these long challenges. We still have a long way to go, but we look forward for it, and I'm having great fun.
Which is great. So the spirit that you all are having, it is great. So to begin with today, since we want everybody here to know about how you are going along with this challenge, how 101 days are about you and what you are doing since the past 7 days. Like it's already started off, and I think everyone is running or walking, something like that. So we'll just ask a few questions to each one of you so that you can answer them according to yourself. So starting off with Sonia ma'am, what inspired you to join the 101 days walk and run challenge?
As I said, being a fitness enthusiast, any challenge is always very exciting. Plus, being 101 days, you're committing yourself to an activity, and you're being more accountable, which also helps. And moreover, I think what was really interesting for me is that if I can influence the circle of people in my life, whether it's my family, my friends, the people in the fitness community, to take up this challenge, because while runners who are running regularly, they're training for their races, they're participating in big, larger events. They're anyways doing that, and they're part of some of the other activities. Most importantly for me, it was to bring in people who are absolutely newcomers, who have never taken up any activity, or who always say that, I want to start tomorrow, I want to start running, I want to start walking, but they actually never do. And I'm very happy to say that some of the people, some of my friends who've joined, have actually joined with this objective, and they're really thanking me. So I have created a small group, of the JBG Endura 101 challengers, and we motivate each other. And it's so happy to see that even though they may have a goal, and right now, since it's only 1 week, they're ensuring that they're doing that minimum 3 kilometers. But I can see, like one of my friends, she posted her picture, her face is looking leaner, she's glowing. She actually wrote to me saying, my energy is super high. I don't need to take that 20-minute break in the afternoon, because she's a homemaker. And this has been, my objective. This really excites me more because, while I'm accountable to myself and to them, and when you put it out, so even when I put out a post every day, I'm being accountable, so I don't miss the days, because then people write back to me saying, you have not posted today. And even if some of them are not registered for the challenge, they're still doing it on their own. So I have a lot of people on my Instagram, writing to me saying that, ma'am, we've also started walking and running because of you or your post. And I must acknowledge the effort of the JBG team. I think you all guys have been wonderful. The way you support us, the way you're supporting the participants, that itself is very encouraging. And I always say that anything that you take up for a longer time becomes a habit. And I'm hoping that, that the lives we are touching, or the people who are taking the challenges, continue this beyond 101 days. As one of the participants today has said, the app is really very good because it's integrating the Strava data. It's very transparent. You can see who's doing what. You have your step count. It's sending you notifications. So you're really on track. It's not just about doing those 3 kilometers or 10 or 25 kilometers, but it's an wholesome app which reminds you to drink your water, reminds you to look after your health. And I think also what happens is, you integrate it on a daily basis, right? So even if I've done my, workout or my walk or run in the morning, I want to be active through the day. So now what I have started doing is, I actually take a 15-minute walk or a small jog, or I do some stretches, or I do an activity, after every 2 hours or every 3 hours. So that is something which I would definitely like to share. That has really helped me. And of course, I'm hoping that there will be some physical changes. I've also been very conscious about my diet. I have also pledged not to have junk food, not to have sugar, all of that. I've also been very consistent with my push-ups and my weight training. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're definitely welcome. We are glad to have you with us. And so next, moving on to Mr. Garrick. Can you tell us a bit about your fitness
Yes,
journey before starting this challenge? How was it all about?
See, before starting this, basically, I am a sports enthusiast. I am personally a sportsman. I love every kind of sports and games. Being a coach, I have to do every day either running or cardio or elevation cardio or HIIT or strength training, blah blah blah. In the weekend, we do usually LSD 21 or 25 kilometers or a long distance cycling or 1 hour or 2 hours swimming constant. So this was my journey before starting this challenge. That this challenge has really motivated and inspired myself and also all my teammates deeply because they are psychologically moved. Every day they are asking each other, "Kitna hua re kal? Aaj kitna karenge?" So one thing I'm sure that those who have taken up this challenge after 101 days, they will never give up the ground. They will continue this. Because if you do something for 3 or 4 months continuously, it will become your habit and you are never going to give it up. I'm very thankful to have this opportunity and to introduce my teammates with this challenge.
Thank you so much, Garrick. Coming on to Vikram sir, being an ambassador, how do you spread the excitement and get other people motivated to do this run for 101 days?
So I've got lots of friends who do these 100 days and these runs and all. But every time we hit the 90th day and the next year comes and we say we don't want to do it, but as soon as the registrations are on, we are all doing it. So I think that's most attractive part of this particular kind of events. And like what the other sports personalities are saying, it pushes us to our limits. Like if our limit is 5 kilometers, maybe we are pushing ourselves to 10 kilometers. And the app that is there, and you see a lovely graphics, and I think that's there is a lot of competition. Although a lot of our friends have only started to do only 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers in a day, but they are all hitting 5 kilometers by now. And I think all our coaches and ambassadors are pushing, and it's good to have with these WhatsApp groups. Healthy competition, not to hurt yourself, not to injure yourself, but just to keep a healthy competition and pushing ourselves to the limit. I think that's what the Endura is all about. And JBG keeps on pushing us. This is the first year, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to join. There are lots of runners from Darjeeling. And Darjeeling is a small place. I would like to invite everybody, all the ambassadors. You must come up to Darjeeling one day. It's really cool. It's wonderful. In fact, last Sunday it was raining, and I saw a lot of people wearing their rain jackets and still, doing rounds in the Mall Road, and that's what the JBG Endura is doing for us. It pushes us, even if the weather is not good, we are out on the streets and out on Mall Road. We are running. If there is a gym, if it's raining very heavily, we are in the gym. So I think that's the most beautiful part of this thing is I think human beings don't have boundaries, but we make our own boundaries. We made that. Vikram, you can only run 5 kilometers a day, not more than that. So now with the JBG Endura app, we have made an boundaries. The boundaries are unlimited. I can't believe my friend runs 25 kilometers a day, just to participate in this JBG Endura. So it's been a wonderful experience for us.
So clearly, dedication and consistency is the key. Thank you so much. Moving on to Sonia. So have you planned any particular training, or you're going through any particular training for the 101 days challenge? Any physical training?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, as I've been running earlier, the focus has been to increase the endurance, the stamina, and the strength. So definitely, the weight training helps. So while I'm also doing the challenge on a daily basis, I'm also focusing on the strength training and the the weight training part of it. And one of my favorite days are the legs days because so what I've started doing is I've incorporated a lot of stairs climbing. So I have noticed that if I do a lot of stair climbing, it helps. It betters my pace. It betters my mileages. So definitely that has and overall from the training perspective, also the nutrition. So I ensure that, and I think this is very important for everyone. How much ever mileage you're doing on a daily basis, while you may focus on the exercise and the running and the strength training part, it's also important to focus on your nutrition. So keep yourself hydrated, especially Bombay is extremely hot and humid. The temperatures are very high. Suddenly we had a dust storm a day ago. So the temperatures really soared up. It's of course cooler in the evening. So whoever's doing in the morning needs to take care of that. Your protein needs to, of course, be, you should have good amount of protein. So all that is important. And now that I'm ensuring that I'm completing the challenge, I want to complete the challenge as much as I can. Other part is, sometimes there is fatigue because we are overdoing. So we don't focus on recovery. So rest and recovery is equally important. So if you want to be enthusiastic and motivated to get up and do the challenge the next day, you have to ensure you have enough sleep, enough rest the previous day. Because some of us, all of us, in fact, we have our own challenges other than the JBG 101 day, whether it's work related, home related, so many things that we are facing every day, whether it's men, women, all age groups. We tend to ignore the recovery part, which is extremely important. Because if we want to ensure that we complete 101 days, we stay focused, we stay motivated throughout, and we don't let our energies drop. That is important. So I would also suggest, like I do, sometimes in the evenings, I do go for a bit of swimming or keep myself creatively or constructively occupied and sharing. If you like, if you share all your differences or whatever is happening to you, experiences. Like as I said, I've created another smaller group where we actually share. So we share about how the day was, how the run was, if there was anything we noticed. For women especially, we have so many challenges. We have periods. We have some of us are going through premenopause. There are different age groups. So how do you deal with it? So only if you're open in communication, you share this, and somebody else can learn out of that experience. And there's no shying away because if somebody is going through periods and you have cramps, you have body aches, and they write to me and say that is it okay not to do it? Then I said just do a walk. Go for a slow walk instead of not doing. Or sometimes they have body aches, or you just don't want to get out of the bed. And I said do it later in the evening. It's fine. So these are the things that I'm incorporating, and I keep sharing it with my groups. So yeah, but it has been a great experience.
So that is great to know, Sonia. Thank you so much. Coming to Gerigda, what exactly is the nutrition that you are following all throughout the 101 days? What is the one thing that you're incorporating?
Ishika, nutrition is the one of the most important things in a sportsman's or sportswoman's life. Basically, in this hot and humid weather, like Sonia Madam said in Bombay, you know very well that in Kolkata, Howrah, we are facing 42, 43 degrees and feel like 47, 48 degrees. Scorching heat throughout the day. So I usually, what I do, I maintain a proper eating, fasting and rest window, which is very important for an athlete. Also, particularly in this summer season, I try to hydrate myself properly. Number one, at least 6 to 7 liters water per day. I have a lot of fruits, mainly those fruits which have more water content. I have a lot of vegetables, those vegetables which have more water content. And I usually, every day, I take a lot, big, good quantity of carb. This is main thing. Other than that, I have to mind my protein intake according to my body weight. We all have to think about our protein intake properly. That is another main thing. These are all the things I take.
So that was great to know. And moving on to Vikram sir, what is the one thing that you incorporate in your hydration to help everyone?
Hydration, I would like in Darjeeling, I think hydration, what we ask everybody is just clean water, and sometimes we also encourage people to have a little bit of salt. And in Darjeeling, it doesn't get so hot, so that way our hydration needs are much lesser than the people on the plains. For us, the weather is always with us, especially in monsoon. So it's sometimes it's like when the whole of India is like burning and the temperatures are really high. Sometimes we wear a light jacket and we are running. And in fact, just today also, the mornings were quite foggy. So our hydration needs are much lesser than the others. But we keep on asking people to sip in water because at least 2 to 3 liters of water on a daily basis, and whenever they can. Especially some of our runners are doing 25 kilometers, 10, 15. So I would, encourage them to take water every 15, 20 minutes, take a sip, and, and all of our runners are wearing these hydration. Some of them are wearing these hydration jackets or carry a bottle of water. So that way, I think Darjeeling is, we are a little better off, when you compare to the rest of India and maybe in our state. But I'm sure in places like Calcutta and Mumbai, it's really hot and there is a lot of need for hydration. So you need to watch out, because I think you need to just listen to your body, because your body will tell you, if there is something wrong, if there is a need for hydration, if you are tired, listen to your heart. I think that's what is important.
Thank you so much, sir. In fact, thank you all of you to join this session with us. And thank you for joining the 101 Days Challenge as well. The session has been great. Thank you.
Yes, all I
Thank
can
you,
say is
Sita.
move every day, no excuses.
Absolutely.
No excuses.